Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the live show. I hope everybody had a great day. We had a pretty green day there. Nvidia popping up real good. Everything else looking pretty decent except for Tesla and some financial ones. And the market was looking good. Crypto, I'm telling you, is about to get wild, guys. It's looking great. And we are going to, of course, talk about these meme coins. We are going to go all through the state of the meme coins because I'm going to tell you all about them and everything you want to know. And it is absolutely it's eye-opening. I'm telling you, it's crazy what I've kind of discovered in the last 24 hours of looking at these things and doing it. So we will jump right into it. Here we go. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. And yeah, these meme coins are absolutely insane. Obviously, everybody's hopping into them, and they're just a big trend right now. It's where all the money's pouring in. I'll let some more people jump in. I see a ton of people are hopping in here, so I don't want to get way into it. I'll let some people roll in, and I'll just kind of set it on up here and just give you a quick explanation of what's about to happen, and I'll really dive into it and tell you how it's working. So, because I definitely see what's going on with these meme coins, and I'm telling you, it's like Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock. It's like the casino doors open, and these things just get crazy on another level during the weekend on Saturday, Friday night, Saturday, and Sundays. And then you had the perfect storm for this weekend, Super Bowl weekend, the biggest gambling event out of everything right there. So you already have people hopped up, ready to gamble and do everything. And then you have Portnoy, who's a big gambler, dude, has a big gambling audience, and he jumps into a meme coin, and it just gets crazy, guys. And obviously he had no idea what was going on, and I'm going to explain it all because that was an interesting one too. So yeah, I'll let some people jump in here because I see a lot of people hopping in, and that's perfect because I'm telling you, you guys don't want to miss this one because it'll give you a big eye opening of how these actually work, and is it even worth your time, and which ones are good. And you see what I've been posting today. So here we go. I'll explain it to you guys right here. It's quite mind-boggling what's going on. So these meme coins, like I said, it's like a weekend. The casino doors open up, and it just gets wild. This past weekend was the perfect storm for it all to happen, and it certainly did. I'm not going to lie. Ton of money getting poured in. So now here's what goes on, and I'll explain it in detail because I had to do my own little experiment, and now you're gonna letting you know everything, and I was open about it. So yesterday I was just messing around. I was interested how these coins even work, so I made the coin rigged, obviously based on the NFL being rigged, and other things like these meme coins. Honestly, are rigged, and so many other things we've realized are rigged. So I just kind of messing around and I make it, and then it just catches a little bit of wind yesterday as the games start, and of course they make like the second play of the game's controversial, and it's literally like rigged. And I don't know if it was too big with Trump there or what happened, but you could see the Eagles' defense was explosive, and I don't know if but they clearly tried to do it two or three times. Calls at every person. I don't care what side you voted for. We're like, wow, that was a crazy bad call. So yeah, it happens every single weekend. You see it, and then you see Vegas get these point spreads and stuff exactly right. You see Mahomes running out of the end zone and screwing mad people on these things. I mean, what's it look like? It looks like it's all rigged, does it not? So it always looks rigged. It's crazy how it all works. So I named this thing rigged, and I'm watching the Super Bowl when that happened. So I just post it out. So people start buying it up, and I'll tell you exactly how these things work. You start at literally nothing. You have, when you build a coin, you make a coin, you have a chance to buy into it before it actually goes live. So you can tell them how much you want, and you can buy a bunch of coins for pretty cheap, like millions of coins. So say, for example, you can buy, I'll just give you an example, like for, I don't even know the exact numbers, but pretty close, like 15 million coins for like $100, somewhere's in that range. So just say that's what it is when it's all the way down there. And then you launch this thing, and then it goes on. And of course, nobody knows about it. And if you're lucky enough to have people actually buy into it, they'll buy into it, which doesn't always happen. I think the ones that you're seeing run that are always trending on Deck Screener are basically these professional guys that make these meme coins. It's the same crew of people, I have a feeling. You can follow the addresses and stuff and see kind of how it works. They jump addresses all over the damn place. So it's kind of crazy. But anyway, that's not anything big or nothing. So yeah, you make a coin, you put some money into it, and then you hope that people can start buying it. So what happened was I just kind of sent out the message, people started buying it. So this is what ends up happening here. If they don't get up once they get to $100,000, which is a lot, this thing got up to like $96,000 market cap. It literally started at $103, and 6 hours later, it's at $96,000 market cap. And I'm sitting there watching the Super Bowl, like this is crazy. Like it's going nuts. And now I assured everybody the rug wouldn't get pulled. And now that's a huge thing now because honestly, I was messing with the meme coins the other night, and this is why I kind of wanted to make the thing because I'm like, how the hell does this work? Because I jump in the one, it just literally got launched. I'm looking at the new pairs, and I mean within seconds it gets launched. I just buy it real quick. It was like a Shibu, whatever it was. There's a million of the same coin names. It doesn't matter which one you even buy at this point. I mean, it does to a point, but I mean, when they're coming out like that, you're just like, whatever. So you jump in it, and it literally goes from like nothing up to like, it starts going up to like $2. And I'm like, and before it's even going that high, it's at like 50 cents or something stupid. And I'm like, this is insane. I'm trying to get out of it and swap the thing out. And it's telling me that, I basically couldn't do it. It was like instability or something. It said, I don't know if it said insufficient instability. It said something where it wasn't allowing me to do it. So what really happened was whoever owned the coin owned like 100% of it. And then as soon as somehow it got driven up like that, and I only put like $30 in, so it wasn't like I drove it up, and it gets driven up, and then they sell all their position, and then there's nothing left in it. That coin's done. It's over. So you can't even sell it or swap it out at that point. You're like stuck with this thing and it's worthless. So that happens to a ton of people. So you have to understand. That's why I was saying you didn't have to you didn't have to worry about the rigged getting pulled because I wasn't going to do that. I didn't even sell any. I actually kept buying it, just kept going just because I was having fun with it, and it was like small buys here and there. So again, it was nothing major that I put into it, and it was having fun, but I got to see how exactly it worked, and it worked out perfectly that it started to go up and I got to see it. So I'm going to explain it right now. So these meme coins, so what happens is, and I didn't really understand it, but I got it really the big picture today as I really started breaking it down and understanding how these things work. You got to understand, I have crypto bots that I set up and that I have running. So I understand that side of everything. And even in the stock market, you got to understand there's a lot of bots that go on. So you understand that side of it, even if you don't get the, if you didn't get the, understand the whole bot side of it. I'll explain it in a few minutes. I'll jump right into that as well, but just have that in mind that there's a lot of these bots trading. So here you go. This thing launches, right? And then people were buying it. And as long as I have, I guess like 20 million coins or whatever I have. So as long as I'm not selling it, it will keep its weight up there. Now here's where, again, you hear Zach, and I'm telling you, I'll say it right now and I'll say it 100 times. I'm telling you that ETF 500 is going to be your most solid, best coin, and it will change your life. And I'm going to explain the reason why. And I totally believe in it more now than I did before after I just experienced what I experienced and saw how these things work. And I totally understand the inner workings of these things. So, and I'm going to explain it 100%. So listen and just sit tight, and I'll break it down here. So ready? Yeah. So like I said, the ETF 500, it's going to be a strong coin, and there's a reason why. And the reason is there's a community behind it. And you got to remember, Zach took a coin that was worthless, basically fart coin, and he made it the biggest meme coin besides, I would say, Trump coin, and because that was crazy too. And but again, you got to understand the Trump coin even had, before they launched it, and I didn't understand this, and this is how it works here. You want to know how exactly it worked? So before the Trump coin got launched, and I have no idea who was involved. Trump might not have even had any money in this. Maybe his kids did. I have no idea. So, but this is the way it worked. They're getting ready to set up this coin, and you basically set it up, and without telling anybody or launching it big, and nobody really knows which coin it is because there's a million of the same ones. You keep it on the DL, but at the same exact time, you can have your big buddies that with big money, like, and they don't even need big money at this point, but you can have some guys that want to put in some money into this thing, like say, like $1,000 would be insane at these levels. Like I said, $100 can practically get you 15 million coins. So say you threw in $1,000, and you got guys that are willing to throw in like $20,000, $50,000 in big money. Now you still got to get it to that $100,000 market cap, and when you do that, that's a big deal because that's a bonding curve they call. So you got to understand these meme coins, they get set up, and if they don't hit that $100,000 market cap, then basically they never get bonded, and they're only worth what people put into it. But the minute they can hit that 100,000, and I didn't really think about this last night, but if I had realized that this thing was at $96,000 market cap, that rigged, it was insane. I would have just easily put the money in and made it jump up to the 100. I didn't even think about it. I was just putting small money. Didn't think about it honestly until it all today. Kind of put it together. I was watching the Super Bowl and seeing this thing, and it doesn't matter. No big deal. It was a great learning experience, and I get to explain it all how it works. So anyway, you get to $100,000, and now the bonding curve, that's where it's at. So at 100 grand, now all of a sudden, your coin hits that point. Well, they take $17,000 of the liquidity, and it's deposited into radium, which is like, I guess, one of the you see it up there. It says Sol Radium all the time. So that's one of the networks they're running, and it's burned. So now all of a sudden this coin's actually worth more valuable because they just burned up $17,000 worth of the liquidity. So now all of a sudden you got a coin that's worth something. Even and again, the big person dumps it, of course it's going straight down. And it's going to be crazy when I tell you guys that a lot of these times you're seeing the rugs get pulled on these fast ones all the time, left and right. Even probably the Joustal one where you see Portnoy put in a ton of money and it's way down, and he's like, what the hell happened? I'm going to explain exactly what happened right there. So I don't know who created the coin. He didn't create the coin, and it doesn't even matter. So whoever created the coin had the most amount until he probably bought just as much, but still it didn't even matter because this guy, he starts not taking profits big. You can just start taking them a little smaller and just kind of exiting out, which is fine. You got to take your profits at some point. But if he starts selling like the majority of this coin, and now Portnoy owns like kind of half the liquidity, but the other half's kind of gone, the thing's going to come crashing down. So the way that they don't come crashing down is whoever basically created the coin, you know, they're probably going to hold the most amount of coins, probably. I mean, it makes sense. They got them the cheapest, and it was their project. As long as they're holding it pretty tight and they're not selling anything, it can't crash down. So if you see them crash down, you basically know the rug got pulled. Now, they will come down, and this is where it gets really, really, really crazy. And the part that I didn't understand or really get, and I'm sure this is going to blow your guys' mind. So, why these things start moving, right? So, I send out a tweet, Laptop Travel reposted it. I seen a bunch of people, they were jumping in it, and I'm glad you guys were trading it and making money. It was a lot of fun. And again, I just sat there and held it tight and just was watching this action go on. It was so much fun. I didn't trade it at all, and I bought a little more, and it just kept it going. So it was a good time, and I saw people making profits. And you can do that with this coin and all the time, honestly, and make it safe because you guys know we're not going to pull the rug. So, and I'll explain that too and what we can do with this coin and make it a safe trading coin, because a lot of these coins, you have no idea what's going on, and you might as well just go buy a lottery ticket and do a scratch off, because honestly, they can get pulled. You have no idea what's happening. And again, look at the Portnoy thing incident, coin right there, the Joustal, that he dumped tons of money. I mean, he like put like what, 40K of like merchandising money into it, and it still went from what 16 cents to 3 cents. And this is the reason why. And I watched this coin rigged. It did the exact same thing, guys. And I didn't sell one coin, and I just watched it steadily just go down, 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 down. And I'll tell you exactly what happened. And it blew my mind. I was like, wow, this is pretty fascinating right now, how this really works and what is going on and what you're competing with. And again, I talked about the bots. So I always knew they had bots set up, and there's lots of them, guys. These institutions can set up warehouses filled. Again, I have bots set up on my computer, and you don't even have to have it. It just it's software. It just runs 24/7, and they trade. You set up algorithms and they trade them. So these things run nonstop, and crypto, the bots are very, very big. But I didn't realize, I don't know how to make my bots trade these meme coins. I have never figured that out, but clearly people are going to figure out everything. There's guys have been doing this since day one. They have all this shit figured out. And that's where it comes back to Zach, who's made two big coins. Not only Fart Coin was the biggest one, but it had nothing to do with Zach, which was a nothing. And as soon as he attached his name to it, it got big. So he's watched two of them actually run and got them both big. And I'll explain how it even happened and why, and then why the ETF 500 is going to be so strong, and why it's the only one you're probably going to want to trust. And there's a big reason for it, and I get it. So here's what happened. So I'm sending the messages out. Everyone's buying this thing. Well, why you guys are buying it? What's there about? We'll count 100 people bought it, right? People. Why 100 people, physical people, are trying to buy it? There was about 2,000 bots trading this thing in and out so freaking fast, guys. It lights up. Just look at them text things, whatever it says, the TXTs or whatever, where it tells you the buys and sells. And then when you look at them, and I don't get the algorithm at one bit, because there are so many sells and they just start happening, and they're all non-profitable. Like, just tons of them, like hundreds and hundreds of them, and you can tell they're definitely bots. Again, I know what these bots look like. I have them, and I know exactly how they trade, and I don't understand the algorithm that these people have set up, or what is even going on. Is it all the same wallets connected to these bots? I haven't figured that out, but you guys are trying. We're all trying to compete with these bots, which is physically impossible. I mean, you can literally have like your computer screen set up with your phone already, looking at the chart on your computer, sitting on your wallet, already set up with the swap, and still trying to do it, and physically, and the bot's going to beat you, and the price is going to fluctuate big time in between the time you can hit swap and do everything, because the bots just do it immediately. It's insane. So that is the big difference. And again, you're a human being, and that's a robot that's just programmed to do it at certain spots. It's an algorithm. It just does it. Boom, boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. So I don't know what these algorithms are that they have them set up for, and I don't even understand the concept of what they're even doing. I'm still figuring that one out, but I know what exactly is happening here. So you're competing with these bots. So yeah, it runs up like that, and these bots start like cashing out, and once they start hitting a certain point, it's like bam, 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 and they're really small sells. They're not these big ones like $1. You'll see like these tiny, $2, $5, $4, even smaller than that. And you're just nonstop. You just see them, and you know people are not selling crypto like this. It would be insane. You're losing money just on the freaking fee transactions every single time. And I went through, I mean, I have a screenshot. I sat there on my phone for like 5 minutes and just screenshotted one after another. There's got to be over 100 of them that are just completely negative profit and losses. Like just, you can tell they're all bots, and some of them range pretty big, and a lot of them are smaller losses. Some are in the hundreds and some are in the 40s. It's just insane. So what's going on here is you're trying to compete against bots. So you have these things, you buy these coins, and then they try to go up, and they do go up, but then For whatever reason, these bots start triggering and it's volume. It's all based on algorithm. They start setting each other off and they just start going like a domino effect and just rolling down. But it's not this huge drop off all the time unless the big person pulls the rug. That's how you know if the rug gets pulled, you basically have no liquidity in the coin and you can't even trade it. So you know the person that created it just sold out on it. It's real easy to figure out right there. If it's not crashing down, but it's going down, I'm telling you, 10 out of 10 times, it's these bots doing it. And I don't understand the algorithm and what the hell's even going on. I can't figure it out because I'm telling you, I was following the wallet things, and I'm like, and some of these wallets have like, I mean, anywhere from hundreds of these meme coins to thousands, and nobody is physically trading them all. And now I know because I have bots and I have tons of every coin. That's how I know all these coins because my bots will trade in and out. And they're not even DCA bots where like, they'll buy up and then come down. And then if they hit a certain spot and then as they go down and then as they drive themselves up, they'll hit a certain spot and sell themselves. They're not even that. They're just trading in and out nonstop. Like it's the most insane thing I've ever seen. But again, on the weekend, it gets cranked up because people start pumping money into these things. And then these bots just take over, like in the middle of the night when the action doesn't die out completely. It constantly keeps going because of these bots. But you're a human being. You got to do stuff in life. You can't be on it 24/7. So there's no way you can keep money in any of these. And honestly, you can barely even do anything you can barely do anything with these coins because like long term, you just have to make sure that they are just quick trades right there. So you got to make sure you're in and out. You're not holding them overnight. That's for damn sure because it's insane, guys. And I'm telling you, you're trying to compete against a bunch of bots, and I've never seen anything like it. And again, I've watched the stock market trade with bots, other crypto stuff trade with bots, and these meme coins are just insane. I don't see how anybody's even making money with them. Even the only people that are the people that create these things. And again, I think it's a team of creators that are making like all of these things and like all the bigger ones for the most part because they end up on that deck screener so fast and just like running up there and obviously people they have people already investing in them because they can get them to that $100,000 market cap area and then like I said get them bonded and all that good stuff and they're the ones that you see jumping up really fast. So there's definitely a team of people doing them. But yeah, you just can't compete against these bots. So I necessarily don't think so. Here you go with the ETF 500. So you go to that one and you look at it and you go, yeah, it took a major dip. I'll tell you the exact reason why that thing pulled back so much. I didn't expect it to pull back that much and it didn't look like it on the chart. Well, you open up the casino doors on Friday and now everybody's swapping ETF 500. They're swapping everything they have to get into Joustle and whatever the hot new meme coin is for that weekend. Last weekend, it was a different one. I don't even remember what it was, but there was definitely a different one. So they're all just swapping these things, and I'm telling you, people are losing money left and right. So they're swapping their coins out, and it's so easy to do. No one's even paying attention to the fees. No one cares about any of it. They're just having fun, but they're swapping over to that, and then all of a sudden, these things are dipping down, and you're going, "Oh shit, I got to get out of this thing," and you're swapping back to something else and trying to catch the next one. And by the time you know it, you're swapping back in the ETF 500, and now you're owning way less coins because you just took a bath from all these different meme coins that are just like impossible to trade. I did hit the stool one at 8 cents and hit it to 16 and I got right out of it. And again, I was doing like $30. We're not even talking like I was trying to make money. I was just messing around, just trying to watch and see what these things did. And then it came right down under that. So it was just absolutely bonkers bananas. And yeah, I would be very careful if you're trying to trade these things. You're trying to compete with a ton of bots, like probably I'm sure warehouses full of them. I can only imagine that's what's set up here. It's got to be big teams of them, and the institutions are known to do this stuff. Believe me, they do it in the stock market, and they know there's no regulations here. Holy cow, they're having a field day, guys. So I look at it like this, and I'm not a big gambler at all. Obviously, I don't know anything about poker. I don't even know, like in the Texas Hold'em, what them three things are called. It's like a river and a something. I really don't even know. And I look at it like this. You're going to a professional poker table and they're gonna just take your money immediately, right? Well, that's what you're basically doing with these meme coins. You're going into a territory that you shouldn't be in a space that you just don't have any way to control it for one, or be able to hang for two. So if you want to make a 5 minute trade and have fun, you can probably do that, but it's not a sustainable way to trade, and you're going to get smoked by these bots. And like I said, I don't even get their algorithm, but clearly they figured out a way to suck money out even by taking losses. I don't get it. But there's an algorithm that's working. Believe me, they wouldn't be doing it like this if it didn't work. So it's somehow I have to figure it out because today it was driving me nuts. I'm like, what the hell are they like? I don't get this algorithm here. It's definitely driven like that, and yeah, you can't even compete, guys. So you go back to rigged or like an ETF 500, which is a big coin now. So that one will fluctuate around a lot more. So you go to rigged. If you guys want to just have fun and trade and do it like we did the other night on like last night on the Super Bowl, we can easily just trade it. I'm not pulling the rug. So we can drive it up there and then it gets up there. I'm not pulling the rug on it, and you guys can pretty much make money. You're not going to make a fortune, like $1 million or nothing, but there was people making a couple $100 last night on it. Just buying it and selling it. You just have to buy it and sell it. You can't, because these bots are coming in and I don't know. And that's another thing. I just don't get why they're driving it down, and like, they're just sucking the money out. And again, they're taking these losses on on all these trades. It doesn't add up to me, but it's definitely adding up for them. So they know what they're doing, and I'm telling you, that's exactly what's happening. Zach has tons of that ETF 500. He hasn't sold any of it. And I know my one buddy's in like the top 10 of the holders. My buddy has a ton of it, guys. And yeah, he hasn't been selling it either. And I told you the other day, I think it was last weekend when I was pulling back, he just kept buying it the one night. And I swear, I was laughing today. I was like, dude, you were battling the bots, and he kept it up over a penny. It was hilarious. I think he basically beat the bots, but you don't even want to know how much he spent that night, and has, like I said, he has a ton, he has millions of coins, guys. And so yeah, you're talking like that's how he buys. He's a whale. That's how he's made a ton of money in crypto, and that's what he'll do, and that's what these guys do too. But again, they're not gonna. He wouldn't be risking it if it was something like Joustle or anything. He's only risking it because I trust Zach, and now I really see how these things work. I see the community. That's all it is, and that's why the Joustle just went to nothing. Again, you just have tons, and I'm pretty sure they got it on Kraken or one of the major indexes. I think you could short them on there. So as soon as you open it up to that, you're toast. You're done. You'll never win. These bots are trained to do that, and that they could be shorting it down is what these things are doing. So, and then there's a formula where they figure out how to short them down, get them, run them up, make that percentage and that profit, and it makes it more than when they were taking them losses, and then they just keep repeating it. And I kind of think it's something like that. They don't do that in the stock market, because they wouldn't be able to do it. It wouldn't be able to happen because again, this thing runs 24/7. You would run out of time for the most part in the stock market. But these things, they just run all day and night, 24/7. It doesn't matter. So yeah, they have these bots set up, and yeah, you have to go to bed, and they have these things, and you can set them up for certain times to do certain things. So they can manipulate all of them at like 3 a.m. when they know the American people are asleep, passed out, and you wake up and it's a totally different market. It's insane, guys. So I'm telling you, it's not always, if the person that's owns the coin, because you just saw it with Portnoy, he literally dumped a ton of money into a coin, and I don't think he realizes what's going on either. I guarantee he doesn't understand it. And none of these celebrities, if I was a celebrity, I definitely wouldn't put my name on one of these things, because again, you're not really It's not even you. It's these bots that just start eating things up and you can't control it. And you would have to keep dumping more money in to keep it sustainable at some point. And I just don't understand the algorithm. But they have it down to a science and they're doing it and they're clearly making money because they love when the weekends turn on and these things are just cranking in and out like that. So I'm just telling you exactly what's going on. And yeah, why ETF 500 is going to be your most solid one. Again, Zach did it with two coins. He made one, the biggest one besides the Trump coin already. He did it with Zach, and he has a huge community that believes in him. And he came on and told you he's not pulling the rug. He believes in the project. He's going to make it big. And look how much time the dude's posting like 24/7, and he's probably the biggest promoter I've ever seen in my entire life. And we used to promote clubs and stuff like that and promote all around the clock. And this dude is nonstop promoting this thing. So yeah, how do you not believe in it? And again, he's not pulling the rug. So when you see that pullback, I'm guaranteeing it's because the volume messes with these things and it starts catching certain bots with the volume and it just starts triggering them. And I'm telling you, these things get triggered. And I know they all have stop losses. So you start triggering one, and that's why I'm saying they make it like a domino. They know if they can get this one to here, it'll trigger them all. And they have it set up, guys. I'm telling you. So if you want to have fun with it, let me know. I'll post out that rigged and we can have fun when every night. I mean, we could just do it. And again, we can build it up over the $100,000 market cap and just have it right around there where it gets where it hits the bonding curve, so it's worth a little bit more. And then, yeah, you guys can have fun with it. If you just want to really trade and have fun, that's the only way. I honestly think it would be safe to do it. And again, you can make profits there and then put them into the ETF 500 because by summertime, in a few months, I think that thing's going to change your life. This ain't going to be sustainable, and people are going to realize that you can't be jumping out of ETF 500 and trying to buy stool. You can't be buying Jow stool and then trying to make money because guess what? When you go to swap back the ETF 500, you just ended up cutting your things in half and you're not going to be happy about it. And I'm telling you, everybody I think just did that this weekend because I know some people that did it and they were telling me, and I was like, I see it. I just watched it happen with this coin, with that, with the rigged coin. I mean, and I see how it worked. I mean, I'm watching these bots do it. They're still trading, guys. They're trading like every once in a while, hit the volume or whatever. And again, it's all based on an algorithm, and that's what they do. So unless people are funneling money into these things 24/7, yeah, these bots are going to eat them alive, and you just can't compete with them. So if you have coins sitting there, yeah, it's either getting rugged on you, but that's probably pretty immediate on that immediate run up, like it did when I said I was in it for like less than 3 minutes. This thing starts running up, and I'm trying to hit the swap button to get out, and I can't even. It's not letting me do it. And this message is coming up. That's getting rugged, and yeah, it definitely happens all the time, nonstop on these coins. So that's another thing. You don't know what to trust. And then again, you get somebody like Portnoy puts a ton of money into it, and the thing goes up to 21 cents, and now it's down to like four. I didn't look at it, but it was at like 3 or 4 cents today. And I know he was talking about it all day and he doesn't get it. And I'm telling you, that's exactly what happened. So, and then I saw him jump into another coin and he mentioned it and then he posted it and he was up like a ton of money. And technically, if you want to, this is what's crazy. So I get why Zach posts like he's not happy with them guys, and I get it. Like they posted a really nasty article back when he was getting in trouble. And again, you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty in this country. Well, I read the article and they definitely trashed him and were like blah blah blah. Well, guess what? Exactly what Portnoy did today and Friday is all Zach ever did was say, yo, I'm buying this thing down here and I'm going to actually sell it when it gets up to the top. And I can't hold your hand and tell you where to buy it. So I'm just letting you know what I did. And he had to go through 3 years of the SEC, like ruining his life and having people like Barstool and Portnoy basically trashing him. So it's kind of crazy. I get why he's pissed about it. And yeah, Portnoy, honestly, he really should apologize and retract his article right there because he just did the exact same thing. And if it wasn't for Zach beating the SEC, guess what? Portnoy could possibly be in trouble, but they couldn't go after him because they had to throw out the case. So clearly they don't have any cases, and but that's because of Zach in 3 years of his life. And again, like, could you imagine you're walking around like I didn't even do anything wrong, and everybody's basically trashing you, telling like calling you a scam artist, and he literally did the exact same thing that Portnoy just did the last 2 days. So it's kind of crazy when you look at it like that. It's the exact same thing, and yeah, and so why Portnoy's coin doesn't work is he doesn't understand how crypto works, and Zach Morris understands how crypto works. He probably understands these meme coins better than anybody, and that is exactly why the ETF 500 is going to be your most valuable coin right there. The guy's done it with two. He has he even though Portnoy might have more followers, it doesn't matter. His followers are gamblers. They want to go out and pump it and kind of screw people. Zach's community wants to build this thing up because they've done it twice, and Zach made more millionaires than freaking every college and university combined on the East Coast. These kids retired their parents, guys, with Farcoin, so they know what it's going to do, and other people don't get it. Zach gets it, and that's why he has no reason to be selling it, pulling the rug, or screwing people. He's just sitting back trying to build this thing up because he also knows he doesn't got to sell it all at the top. He's that's why Farcoin's still sitting up there. He probably holds a ton of that still. And yeah, you skim a little bit out when you have 50 million coins. I mean, what are you going to do with it all? You can sell a couple 100,000 like it's no big deal, and it doesn't affect anything at that point. So yeah, you take a little bit of profit, but as long as you're not dumping it, everybody can kind of have fun. You just got to be careful with these bots, and that's where it comes in. But again, I think the bots and like are really getting on the bigger exchanges. Like that's how I think whatever it is, Joust or whatever. That one I think might have gotten shortened down. I don't know if Kraken does exactly that, but I know they put it on there, and as soon as they did it, that thing came down. So, but again, these bots, I watched them do it with that rigged, and it was just fascinating to me. And again, I never sold one coin, not one. I bought more as it was up higher, just to try to keep it going, and was having fun with it. And yeah, you guys were hitting me up, and people were making money, and it was awesome. But I'm just telling you exactly how it worked, and it was really just an experiment. I wanted to see how it worked. It just happened to work out perfectly. I mean, I made it rigged, and it started to kind of catch on last night. And but yeah, we can definitely use that coin and trade it and have fun, and you guys can make money. I'll just sit back and watch you guys do it. Again, I'm not really, I can't, if I traded it, it might fluctuate it, but as long as I got like 20 million coins and I sit there, it's not going to really do a whole lot. You just got to worry about the bots. But again, you can, if people start buying it, it drives it up fast. The bots start driving it up with you. You just got to beat the bots out. That's what it comes down to. You can't hold these things and just kind of hang out with them. They're not a thing like that because these bots, they sniff that out. It's like blood in the water, and Jaws comes in and eats you alive. So it's one of these things where you guys can buy them, and then as you know, it starts catching a little wind on X for like a half hour, an hour, or 2 hours, and it's fun. And then when it runs up there and you see that big spike up, start selling that shit and then just watch it come back down. And I don't know who the hell has all these bots, but guess what? They're doing it to everybody else. So I'm just telling you guys how you can do it and make a few bucks and kind of be watched and be pretty safe about it. It's never going to be safe. It's investing and it's meme coins. But again, it's probably the only way you can really, really get it right and maybe be able and have fun with it, because again, that other way, they're just it's crazy. You have no clue. I mean, you get in at 8 cents, it's down to 6 cents, it's up to 7. You're like, oh, it's running now, it's down to 5. You're like, what the hell's going on? They're insane, guys. And I'm telling you, I think a lot more people are losing money than really making money. I think the money's getting made on these bots, whatever that algorithm is they have figured out, and it's like a vacuum cleaner just sucking people's money up. So, or at least their coins. And So that's what's going on exactly right there. And it was definitely fascinating to me. I'm not going to lie, eye-opening because I had no idea. And I was just watching this thing. It literally went from like 96,000 market cap. And I wanted all you guys to stuff. I really didn't know, but I'm hoping people were selling it and stuff. But yeah, I had no idea that it would pull back like that. And again, it wasn't you guys selling, it wasn't me. And I watched these bots. I traced them today and was looking at the things and the wallets and the stuff. And I was like, yeah, they're 100% bots. Every single one of these is a bot without a doubt, and there's no way you can compete with it. I don't get the algorithm, but that's what you're competing with, guys. So there you go. I hope that's a good understanding for these meme coins because I'm telling you, it was very fascinating to me. And yeah, it's not really fun. And I'm telling you, it seems to be fun because it moves fast. This is the thing with it. And this is why, again, Portnoy, and he can bring in a lot of people. He has a large gambling following there. So he can obviously bring these people over and, and he can obviously bring them over and then, get them involved in it. And they don't clearly understand it either. You don't have people that were in Fartcoin and stuff like that, that were actually involved in these processes and see how it works. So, yeah, they get built up. And again, he doesn't understand what the hell's going on. He just buys these things, he posts it out, has a huge following. So, of course, it gets pumped up there. And then all of a sudden, it just gets crazy immediately. And you don't even know what's going on. But I'm telling you, that's what's going on. These bots are eating people alive, and there's a lot of people buying it up, but the bots are outnumbering everybody and just crushing things down. So yeah, that's it right there for your meme coins, guys. And if you have any questions about it, just let me know. And if I didn't cover anything, and Laptop Travel said Kraken, Binance, and BitJet, etc., all offer shorting on meme coins once they hit the exchange. So there you go. And it went on Kraken. I'm telling you, you could almost see it. It was wild. And yeah, meme coins the gimmick now, and yeah, it's a huge gimmick. And like I said, I think every single weekend right now, you're going to see one of them new, whatever's popular at that moment. They're going to have a coin ready. It's a team of people that are making these things, and they're making a fortune off them because they're the people that are making it. The creators are, and then somehow these institutions have the bots running, and everybody in between, like Portnoy, from you guys to me, and everyone else is getting rugs pulled and everything else. And you're like, how's people making money on this shit? And that's what's happening. And again, why ETF 500 will be so great is I think in a few weeks people will be like, all right, we can't be messing with these meme coins like that. They're fun. They can make you money again, like Farcoin. They're going to go back to how they were, where it's got to be the community, and then it builds up, and then you guys make a ton of money together as long as the person that's holding it holds it and doesn't screw people, which isn't going on with ETF 500, and that's why it's going to be there. So yeah, I think the money will fluctuate right back into it. People will realize, hey, it's very, very strong, and this guy Zach Morris understands this shit and knows what he's talking about. He does. I mean, I'm like, yo, I definitely I believe in the coin a lot more after what I just watched. So there you go. Any questions? You guys let me know. And that is your state of the meme coin. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, it's just mind boggling, these bots. It's just crazy, guys. And you just can't compete with them. They just run so fast. And again, you just set all these things up in different algorithms and stuff like that. And yeah, it's too tough to trade against them. So any questions, you guys let me know about that. And yeah, they do have like the bubble maps and stuff. So I was looking at them. Thanks, Laptop Travel. And yeah, I was going through that and looking at these things. And again, you can just tap into them, and there's like that soul scan thing. It brings you up on the site. It literally shows you every coin in the wallet. It's pretty wild how they just show you every person, whatever they have. I mean, you don't know the person's name, but you can follow someone's wallet pretty easily too. So you can easily just find their wallet, have the number, and track it. It's pretty easy. So if people are pulling the rug. Granted, there's all these different side wallets. I don't own a side wallet and I don't care to. And, but yeah, you can have side wallets, but you can still track that down, honestly, too, because you can always trace it back to that main wallet at some point. So, yeah, if people are pulling the rug, and again, it's these creators are doing it. They're pulling the rugs, and it's a team of people doing it. They're just making bank. I don't know, maybe it's all like part of Deck Screener or something. Because if you look at it, they have like another website if you can pay money to get your get like your information uploaded on it faster, and then you can pay another site you can pay to have it like boosted or so. I was looking at all these different things that they offer to draw more money out, and it's all like oh, you can use this third party, but it's obviously set up through them, and yeah, they're just making a fortune hand over fist every which way. So who knows, there could be a whole third party involved with that. And so yeah, you got to be really careful. And honestly, I don't think one of these celebrities understands it. Portnoy don't understand it. I think the only person that really gets it, the dude Zach Morris, because he did it 2 times. He did it on another level, like people have never seen before, and he gets it. And that's why he's hardcore telling you guys, yo, this is what you got to do. This is how they work, and just believe in it. And I believe in it. So there you go for your meme coins. And that was a good 45 minutes of explaining that. Probably said the same thing 10 times. I apologize, but there you go. Bots, 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 guys. That's what you're going against. So now we'll get in the stock charts and look at that stuff and see what we're going to find our next 200% runner, because we definitely hit CYN. We've hit MGOL. We've hit so many of them. It's just insane. So I hope you guys are enjoying. And that trading, these penny stocks are actually way easier than these meme coins right now. So if you want a little action, obviously these penny stocks are moving and moving pretty well. So they've actually haven't been too bad, and we'll keep attacking them. But yeah, meme coins, whew, I'll tell you what, definitely it's wild. So yeah, rigged. I just created it out of nowhere. And if you guys, like I said, everyone let me know if you guys want to have fun trading on Friday nights and the weekends, just use that coin and we'll all just do it together, have fun. And I'm not selling it. So you guys know it's safe. And again, if you guys start buying it, it picks up volume, and then these bots pick it up and it starts driving it up pretty fast. And you saw what happened. And I know people were making money. Just make sure you sell it when it spikes up. That's all. And beat the bots out. That's what you got to do. You got to beat the bots out. So that's that. And let's soar through our stock charts now and see what's going on. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what you guys think about the meme coins and what I just explained to you. But yeah, definitely mind-boggling when you think about it, the way that whole situation is. And yeah, there's probably a very small group of people making real money on it, and everybody else, there's a lot of money getting poured into it. So they're making an extreme amount of money, and other people, most of the population's taking a beating. So I noticed one dude is like my buddy's friend that has all these groups and stuff he's involved with. He's like, oh, I think he just got torn up. And I think there's, like I told you, there's millionaire groups. They seem to just jump whatever trend. They're usually behind the eight ball for whatever reason anymore. I have no idea, but they're just getting into it, and they're just buying these things as they're running up. And like, and another way you can look at these meme coins, if they run up like exponentially, they usually pull back like 95%. If you're going to get in it, that's the time to get in it, because it'll run up a little bit more for you. So I've noticed that little pattern too. And but yeah, other than that, you got to be extremely careful. It's just pretty much gambling. You're better off at the casino or something. So unless you're having fun and you're playing with like $30, again, I was doing it with a very small amount of money, but still, it's just not even. It's not worth your time and staring at a screen trying to do it. To be honest with you, for to try to make to double $30. I'm not wasting my time for that. I was just trying to figure the shit out. I just was curious how this worked, and honestly, it was nice because I could explain it to you guys. And I know I was explaining it to my buddy and a couple other people, and they had no idea. They're like, "Wow, that really makes sense and fascinating. I would have never thought that was going on." You don't. You kind of think that people are just trading these things, and you're not even competing against people. So that's what's happening, guys. And let's roll through our stock charts. CYN, There you go with a 200% popper right there. We knew it. I mean, we did see it up a little higher. I'm not going to lie. And I know the exact day. It was January 14th. It was right here. It was at 48 cents. It had run up to 67. I was like, hey, watch for a little pullback. But this is trying to set up. And then it ran up just a little bit and it got up to like 63. And then it just couldn't stay set up right there. I remember exactly where it was. And then we knew it was pulling back. So we knew if anyone was in it, they were hopping out. And yeah, we knew that thing was popping up after that dip, and it did. It went up over 200%, and it looks healthy to keep running up tomorrow. So CYN, that might be a big runner like whatever the MGOL, that one's a pretty big runner right there. So keep your eye on CYN. Hopefully you already had it and it's up over 200% for you right there. So there you go with that bad boy. And MGOL, another one. This one's up like almost like 400%. We got it at 12 cents, guys. So it went up to like 70 something today, I think. Yeah, 76 is where it was. It's high, and we were getting it at 12 cents. MGOL. So that's always a beauty when you're doing that too. And there's your next, that was your next popper. And honestly, it still looks good to keep going up here tomorrow. So it might try to touch this dollar area. So that would be real good. I'd be happy about that. And that's MGOL. And there you go with that. And good old B hat. This one wasn't looking bad either and ran up. And we've been looking at it saying it wanted to move some more. So there you go with your B hat, and that one did cruise 6 to 8, and it's at 8. So it does look like it wants to run up some more tomorrow, and that's BHAT, good old B hat. So all three of them, bam, 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 big runners right there, and Rhyme. This one just split, and we are gonna watch it because this one could get set up as well. It was up a little in the after hours. I was watching it today, and did it run up, huh? No, because it couldn't have. I think it just showed its split price. It didn't run up there. Yeah, I was gonna say it definitely didn't run up there Friday. It's just showing its split price on here. It does that sometimes. But I'm telling you, watch this thing tomorrow, RIME, because that one's gonna look pretty good to me. And OCEA, that one was moving as well, and we had looked at that for the last few nights, and that was curling up and cruising today. What did that bad boy do? OCEA, 13 to 26, and it got down to 11. It closed at 18, and it is curling up there. So there you go at OCEA, looking good. And OCGN, let's take a look at that one, just pulling back, hitting the line there. And here we go at OCGN. So let's look. Yeah, it's like just hitting that line. It's trying to like bounce off of there. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't try to tomorrow. It's been interesting and a little bit of pullback there. I'll look at it tomorrow. I don't know if it really wants to get driven down too much. We'll see. I'll look at that tomorrow. I don't see any news today, so and FinViz doesn't have anything, so it's as much as I look. And OCGN, we'll look at that tomorrow. I will take a look at that one right there. WISA, this one's trying to get set up, guys. It was curling up there. It didn't get crossed through. It just kind of rolled off that MACD down, but I think today could have been its bottom there at 117. It's at 121 now, so I would keep an eye on WISA. That's getting set up right there. And our LRHC, like I said, I had some time. It was up a little bit today. It's getting much closer, guys, so watch it. It's about to start popping. It's making a really nice base down here, LRHC. So keep your eye on that because that could get moving any moment right there. And STSS, that Sharps Technology, that's curling up and looking real good. Made a nice base. I had that big fish hook up, and that bottom should be at 30 cents. You're at 35. Just watch it as it's starting to hit that line. That's great setup right there. STSS and LYT, that one took a big dip the other day. It was still pulling back a little bit today. It looked like it was trying to bottom out, but not so sure it did. And we'll see tomorrow if it wants to keep pulling back a little bit. I think this is basically its bottom, actually. Today looked like maybe that 25 cent. I'm going to bet that that's probably bottom right there. Maybe it goes to 24, but I'm going to say 25 cents its bottom. Ready? I'm going to write 25 cent bottom. if I could spell bottom. So yeah, there you go. And we'll look at it. I'm telling you, that one looks like it's going to finally get set up. LYT right there. So let's keep an eye on that tomorrow, see if it does have that bottom in it. And then it'll be a good one because, like I said, you'll know the bottom's right there. You'll only be a few cents off. And some of these are beautiful setups, and these penny ones are running up. You might not get 400% out of every one of them, but you can get some running out of them. Um, how about ADTX, guys? Finally running for us, and we've been talking about it. And like I say, I kept saying it looked like it kept bottoming out, and we kind of knew it did here. It looked like it wanted to roll off the MACD. It's been on the list, and if it gets through this 11 and a half area, it's going to get cruising there. So keep an eye on that. It is hitting the 20. We'll see if it can get really cruising there. And that is ADTX, another one that's nice and set up there. So just keep your eye on that. And how about CHSN? That's taking that nice fish hook up. And that thing's hitting the line today. As a matter of fact, it was up. That's right. It was moving a little bit, I believe. CHSN. Let me see what it do. 50 to 52. It came back to 49 is where it's at right there. It came a little lower, but yeah, it's about to cross through, guys. So keep your eye on CHSN because that's going to be a good runner. And I'm telling you, we have so many of them. We have like 200, 400% runners, 200% with BHAT, a bunch of other 100%ers, and then a bunch that are about to run 100%. So yeah, the penny stocks are cruising. Some of the options have been nice too, but these penny stocks are definitely moving, and they haven't even been that hard to trade. So, like I said before, and we talked about it, how crazy the markets were. Maybe it would shift a little bit and get back to like a normal chart. Well, you're kind of seeing penny stocks move. This is how they used to move. You see how CYN and MGOL, they're moving up like that. That's how these things are supposed to go. And yeah, we used to crush these things just nonstop 100%ers and eat them up alive. But then again, now they're not just at 4 a.m. on Webull, so that's kind of not the pattern so much right now, which is good. And so yeah, you can kind of have fun with them. And before you just couldn't do it. So maybe it's changing a little bit. Maybe it's just a little trend for some reason. We keep our eye on it and we always keep up with everything. So it's not like it's a big deal if it changes. We know exactly what's going to happen all the time. So no big deal. ICON, that good old icon, that's curling up, hitting the line. And that looks like it bottomed today and wants to be that little dip and rip situation. So keep your eye on icon. Yeah, 32 down to 26. It closed at 30. Looks pretty good to me right there. So keep your eye on Icon because that's set up. And RTC, here's another one. This one looked like it wanted to run from Friday, and then it pulled back a little bit today. And I still think you're going to get a nice run out of this. It was looking really good there. And your bottom is still in at 57 cents. It didn't even get that low today. It got down to 61. So, yeah, it's perfectly fine. It did have a good dip opportunity there for RTCs. We'll watch it tomorrow, but it should be pretty good. And again, it didn't get back down to that low. I don't know if it's going to. I don't think so. It does look like it's trying to set up RTC. So, keeping our eye on that one as well. It was looking great last week, and I think it just had a bad day today, to be honest. LGHL, it woke up on the wrong side. It was a Kansas City fan. That's what happened. And RTC was a KC fan, see? And so I had a bad day. And tomorrow could be a little bit better right there. So we'll keep an eye on that. And how about that line was looking pretty good? LGHL. And let's see, it did run up 16 to 17, pulled back to 15. And it's an interesting look as it's trying to run and hitting that M. Oh, wow, that's a wild look right there. It doesn't look too bad. It's in that channel and just flat right there. And it did. It opened and closed at the same price at 16.15, but it did. It's just like right there. And it's just a kind of an odd look. I would have to say it looks like it wants to bounce back up tomorrow. It did run up and pull back a little bit. It looks like it wants to continue up. We'll look at the line in the morning and we can look at the other cats real quick. CTNT, the good old cheetah, that was up 2 cents. And this thing, guys, oh, the cheetah's got to get added, guys. CTNT, holy cow. Keep your eye on that thing right there. I might have to put an asterisk on that thing. Wow, that's looking really good, especially with today's little pullback. It went to 208 and it closed at 208. So keep your eye on Cheetah CTNT. It is looking good right there. Let me see. CTNT. Yeah, look at that thing. That's getting set up perfect right there. And the Lion, the Cheetah, and Jag X. That's the other one, Jaguar. And that one's just pulling back there. We'll see how far that one wants to pull back. And what's our cat doing? RCAT, Red Cat Holdings. And this one, it is crossed through running up there. And it does look like it's getting set up, guys. Watch for any little pullback as it gets set up here. But our cat is looking pretty decent right here. So it's building a nice base, getting curled up. So you can keep an eye on RCAT because that's looking decent right there. And they're your big cats right there. And let's look at ACHR. We looked at it last night. It was up today. I know that, up $1.18. And it was looking good. I didn't know it was going to pop up like that today, but it was looking pretty decent. And it did run up there. So ACHR, and it made a hard curl up. And I would imagine it's going to keep running up, probably get up into the 10, 11, $12 area is what it looks like to me. So keep an eye on it. Just make sure it gets through. It looks like it's going to. Yeah, with a curl up like that, I mean, if it hits down, it should come down like a pile of bricks like that. So I don't think it really is, and that's a aerospace and defense company, ACHR, looking good right there, and good old note NOTE. Fiscal note. Wow, this ran up real good, huh? And this had like the same kind of curl up as ACHR did today. And this one went 133 to 179. It's at 174. So yeah, this one's popped up, and that one should keep its momentum right there. So you got two momentum plays right there. Note and ACHR. So keep an eye on them bad boys. And good old Huma. I know we looked at this not long ago and it was trying to set up, and it's still setting up right there. Don't look like it's ready just yet. We'll see if today was its bottom. I'll look at Huma tomorrow and see what it's up to and see if that's its bottom right there. And if it is, it'll be a decent one. It'll get right in the right spot. I don't think it's ready yet, but it could get set up and it could take a few days. So I'll keep an eye on it. CNSP, this one's looking good. That's CNS Pharmaceuticals. And it was run up 9 to 12. It closed at 10, and that 20 is at 11. It gets the 50, I'm sorry, is at 11. It gets back up over that. It's in the channel right now, and it is crossing through. It made a hard crawl up too, like them other two just did. What did I say? Archer and Note and CNSP, they're making hard hard curl ups today. So yeah, that one looked good. That one should keep its momentum. Just make sure it crosses through on CNSP and CAPT, the Cap Division. This one's just kind of pulling back a hair. Had run up the other day. Let me see. Yeah, that one looks like it might have a little bit of pullback right there for Cap Division. FBGL, FBS Global, that's a brand new one that we looked at, and it pulled back a little bit more today. So I'll look at it again tomorrow and see. But yeah, that one, I did notice that one. That was on the list last night. I'm almost I looked at one that was like that. It was on one of the lists the other day. Someone asked me to look at it. I know I wrote it down because I was going through them today. And unless there was another one that just started like 2 days ago or two trading days ago, like Thursday, but I definitely it was down. Yeah, it's got to be that one. So yeah, we'll see. We might be able to get a better look and be able to tell when it wants to get moving again. But it has just been pulling back since it opened. SYRS. This is that one that we were looking at. It was trying to get set up. It ran a little bit that one day from like 17 and a half to almost 19. Right now it's back at 17. Looks like it could have a little more pullback, but it does want to get set up here. So I'd keep an eye on this. This is one of them ones that could make that hard curl or something, do something crazy as well. That's at SYRS. And we traded that before. Had that insider buying and all. That was that company. ORCL should be Oracle. Yeah, that's looking really good. I did see that today. Oracle is looking good, guys. So keep your eye on ORCL. It's at 175 to 179.99, and it closed at 179. So it is looking good right there. ORCL. And Neon, Neon. Let's see what Neonode. Oh, that one looks great, guys. That is a perfect setup. This one's about to start glowing. Holy cow. Let's look at this thing tomorrow. 873 to 949. It closed at 920. I like Neon. Neon. Whenever I hear the word neon, I used to have them. Anyone else have them like little neon fish when they were growing up, or have them now? Them things were always little cool fish. I don't know. You have a little aquarium. You always like had them little neon fish. I think they're like bluish with like an orange stripe on the side, maybe, and they were pretty cool looking. I always think of them fish whenever I hear the word neon. I don't know why, but I definitely had them when I was younger. I had a fish tank with them things. They always fascinated me. But this thing neon's gonna be glowing. It was up today and it's going to be glowing up there tomorrow. So keep your eye on NEON because it looks really good. And NIVF, this one's been getting set up and it's right there in a great spot, guys. I'm telling you, I'll keep an eye on this tomorrow. I'll look at it and let you guys know. Yeah, we'll have to look at that tomorrow. Let me see that bad boy. That one's going to be there in the next day or so. And how about this ASTS? We were super early on this thing. I mean, way early. I'm pretty sure it was on one of the laptop travel lists. I don't even remember, but it ran up another $4 today. That ASTS Space Mobile. You guys know I said this thing long ago, a couple days ago, and today it went 26.71 up to 32.97. So it's at 31.47. And it's just getting into the top. We'll have to see. I can't tell if it's topping out and wants to bounce down or if it wants to run up into that top area. I think we might have a better idea, obviously, tomorrow. It's hitting there. I think it might try to push in there a little bit. It might not run in there really, really hard, but we'll see. And yeah, that one's a good one. ASTS Space Mode. That was a cruiser right there. So we caught that one. What else do we have? Good old Wint. This one's setting up WINT Wind Tree. This one's starting to pop up. It was up today. Remember, we were looking at this the last few days. WINT 12 to 20, and it looks like it's trying to get cruising. So keep your eye on good old WINT there because that's not looking bad. And AUST, the gold ones are still moving, and they're looking great, guys. So keep your eye on gold. I would definitely keep your eye on AUST and any of these gold ones. We were looking at them the other day, a couple, and they were all looking good. So that one's been running up and it can run, it has room and it wants to go. So AUST looking good. SMX. And this one is that security one. It was down 24 cents. Looks like it was up in the after hours. Let me see. SMX. Let's see what you're doing here. 345 to 374, down to 298, but it closed at 343. It's just like looks kind of flat. Let me look at it tomorrow. It was trying to run up there last week, I remember, and trying to set up. So we'll look at it. And good old Nubaru, BURU, that one's setting up too with a nice hook up there. So BURU, we were looking at it last week. And it did run today 29 to 34. It's at 34. Your 20's at about 37. It's looking pretty strong right there. So BURU looking pretty good. And COEP, I know we looked at this before and it was running up. It looks like it could be trying to curl back up, guys. This one's that one that had that big old run up there. And it could be that bottom could have been 890 or 867 again. We'll look at it tomorrow and make sure it definitely wants to get crawled up there. But that's at COEP, and that was a big runner. And how about Applied Digital Corp? This one's starting to move. It's crawling up. And usually when crypto gets moving, this thing looks better. So APLD looking much better right there, I would say. And let's take a look at MCVT. MCVT is Mill City Ventures 3. Oh, this one's been dipping down. It's getting set up. We're definitely going to have to keep an eye on this one. MCVT. Oh, yeah, that one's going to be a good one. It was trying to get set up there. It still will. It just took a really nice dip. So MCVT, let me keep an eye on that. And NSLP, let's look at that bad boy. And did I write it down wrong? I think so. I don't even know what I was writing down. NSLP. I don't see anything for it. I have to figure out what that was. I don't even know what I was supposed to be writing down. If anyone knows, just send it over. And if I didn't catch anything, let me know what you guys want to take a look at. So just send some comments over and I'll take a look at them. In IVVD, we knew this bad boy was going to be pulling back. It run way up there. It actually, we kind of knew it topped out there at that 319. And he even said, like, when it was at 301, you're still getting lucky up there. So IVVD, you're going to have some pullback there still. It just came out of the top and it was way up there. So, yeah, that thing's going to come back down. And there you go with them bad boys. We'll rock and roll through our laptop travel and our Jolie's jams real quick, and we'll get caught up. And yeah, it was pretty wild. We went over our meme coins our meme coins there for a little while and told you how they really work. NLSP, thank you, Stacy Moore. There you go, NLSP. That's definitely one. What did I write? NSLP. Yep, I told you I wrote it down wrong. NLSP. There you go. Thank you. And let's look at it. NLSP, NLS Pharmaceuticals, and it was trying to run up there today. And these things are making like hard bounces. I'll tell you what. We haven't seen hard bounces like this in probably 4 years, guys. So it's pretty wild. This many of them really actually curling that hard doing it. So I like it. $2 to 319. It closed at 237, and it does look like it wants to still go up. We'll have to see it in the morning, but it does look like it wants to still continue to run up there to the top. I'll take a look at that bad boy. 50 million in volume. I was looking at that, and I had a lot of volume there. So yeah, NLSP isn't looking bad. I can't say that it does. So even with that run up today, it had run up before, pulled back, but it don't look like it wants to exactly pull back at the moment. So I'll look at that. It's looking decent. How about ADVM? That's curling up there and ran up today. 434 up to 493 ADVM. And that one was looking good. I don't remember which ones we marked down yesterday. I got them right here. Okay, I'll look at them. I was looking at them today. I just don't know how they all close, but it's all good. I'll go through them. Like I said, I think I'm going to roll through. I started to do it today, and we'll have some laptop travel lowdown ones that are ready to pop because I was going through the list, and there's just so many good ones. So we'll do that and then obviously go through his list. But yeah, AXDX, let's see this one. It was just pulling back a hair right here. It's in that channel, and that'll get set up right there. ADVM was looking good. CBUS, let's look at CBUS. It's Cibus Inc., and it's a biotech company, a little bit flat right there, but it is getting set up. You can see the 20 trying to roll it up there. So I could say that one will try to move, and some of these are just going to bust up there with no no fair warning. Like today, you having them hard curl ups like that. You're going to start seeing that. We haven't seen that many of them. I don't think you've seen that many of them in all last 4 years, the whole last administration. As many as you saw today, it was crazy. I noticed a few other ones too, so they were just popping up like crazy. That dolphin, remember I told you it was going to get moving. It went $1 to $1.05, but it's looking good, guys. So keep your eye on DLPF. That's how you spell dolphin. It's what the heck is the symbol? DLPN. DL. If I could type it in, it would help me. DLPN. And what it do? $1.09 to 99, and it's at 102. What the heck is this thing talking about here? Dollar to $1.05.99, closed at 102, something like that. But yeah, this thing's definitely curling up. It was right in that channel, and Flipper's going to get rolling there. Good old Dolphin and Finger FNGR. It's like finger motion or something. Yeah, it is finger motion. See that? I just remember stupid stock tickers. Tell me, we need a game show. FNGR finger motion here, and this is going to get in motion. It's looking pretty good. So I would keep an eye on FNGR right there. And what it do, 133 to 120. It looks like it pulled back here. It looked like it's set up over here. It's so crazy. I'm telling you, two different looks. 124 to 130. It closed at 128, pulled back 2 cents. I mean, the prices are right. It's just the charts aren't the right setup. It drives me nuts. Um, so yeah, it did pull back, but I don't think it's anything bad right there for finger motion. So it will look, it just pulled, it must have pulled back in the after hours because the rest of that chart didn't look bad. And GALT, let's see what that's doing here. GALT, this has just been running flat. It's flat today, but it's getting ready to do something. GALT. Yeah, it looks like it's like trying to stair step back up a little bit. So I have a feeling that one's going to try to run up some more. And how about GTIM? That Good Times is moving a little bit. It was only up 3 cents. And again, not all of these are going to pop 100%, but they are moving. 251 to 258. It's at 255 right now. It's getting in a good spot. And GTIM Good Times is about to get good. So keep your eye on that. And KNOP. Good old not offshore partners. And this thing's curling up, about to get through that MACD. Looking good. I know Laptop Travel likes this bad boy, 550 to 576. It's at 575, and I can see why he likes it for tomorrow morning. It does look like it wants to run, guys. So keep your eye on that bad boy. I'll call it a momentum runner, but it's going to be moving, it looks like, tomorrow. Martin Midstream Partners, MMLP. This one, a little bit of healthy pullback. Looks like a shell company, or it was, or something weird up there. It's an oil and gas. Just setting up right there. We'll keep an eye on it. Let me see. MMLP. Hold on. MMLP here. Yeah, just a little pullback today, just getting set up, nothing crazy. And MODV, this one's looking good as well. And that's in a good spot right there. I'd keep an eye on that. Another one that Laptop Travel likes today, or for tomorrow, I believe. MODV. Come on, chart. There it is. Oh yeah, on that 20 curled up there, 521 to 577, and it's at 573. I would say that looks good too. Excuse me. And yeah, NEGG. Let's look at that one. But MODV Motive Care, looking good. Medical care facilities. Looks like it wants to pop up there. So keep an eye on that. And NEGG. Newegg Commerce right here. This one's getting set up, guys. If it doesn't run tomorrow, it's running in the next few days. So keep an eye on this. Looks like a little healthy pullback there in the after hours. Nothing crazy. 45, and it closed at 43. And that doesn't look bad at all to get set up to move. And NNVC, I know that one, Nano Vericides or something. We've traded this biotech one, and it is curling up off of that 20. A lot of great ones right now. I mean, a lot of great opportunities. 119 to 132. It closed at 126. So that was up over 5% today. NNVC right there. That's a good one. OFS Capital. And this one's curling up really good, guys. Keep your eye on OFS Capital. Looking great. We've been looking at it for like a week or so. You know we're always super early, but that one's looking good. OFS Capital, OFS right there. And PMVP. Let's take a look at PMVP, and that is PMV Pharmaceuticals. It's just flat right there. Nothing crazy, but it is a little bit flat, so I'll keep an eye on. It looks a little better on mine, 142 to 144. It's at 143, and we'll take a look at it. It's just sitting there getting set up. And let's look at RMBL. Rumble on, everybody. Auto and truck car dealership, or auto and truck dealership in the U.S., and that's about to get rumbling. Holy cow. RMBL. Rumble on. Yeah, that's looking good. 430 to 451. It's at 443, and it wants to rumble. RSVR. Let's see that one. Reservoir Media. Oh, that one looks really good too, huh? RSVR right there. Reservoir Media. And it did dip down, and then it's looking really good to curl up, I would say. 766 to 827. It's at 813, and it's looking good for the reservoir right there. So keep an eye on RSVR and SBT, I believe that looks like. It is Sterling Bank Corp, and oh yeah, they just had an earnings not long ago. And that one's going to get rolling off that SMA. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me take a drink. because it doesn't start with an S. It's going to get rolling off that MACD right there. You can see it. It looks really good. I was thinking 20, trying to say the 20, and I don't know what I was doing there. But yeah, it's in between the 20 and 50. It wants to roll off that MACD, and it looks really good set up. So keep an eye on SBT. And that just gave me a tongue twister. So there you go. SCPH, SC Pharmaceuticals. And that thing's looking good to curl up. So a ton of great opportunities. That's rolling up there and going to be running SCPH. Oh, yeah, there's another one right there. So you got two right there. You got a ton of them. And we'll look at West, and that one wants to go north. So take a look at WEST right here. West Rock Coffee Company, because they're brewing right there. It's that one's going to make one of them hard curl ups too. Watch. So yeah, keep an eye on West Rock Coffee Company, packaged foods in USA. And there you go with your laptop travel list right there. A lot of great ones. Watch them, bad boys. KNOP, MODV, that Rumble, RMBL, and RSVR, SBT, and SCPH, and even West, and a lot of the ones on top. Yeah, they're great ones right there, guys. So there you go with them. Let me look at Agrify. That was not moving today, I didn't think, but it's getting set up right there, touching that line. And I would expect Agrify, if you like it, keep an eye on it now because it's looking pretty good. That could be its bottom little dip at 1801 today. So keep an eye on Agrify. That's looking good right there, setting up to get moving for Agrify. And Blink was getting set up. It was down a penny. I think just ran into that basement. I think this is going to get set up here, and that could be a bottom. So I'll look at it tomorrow for BLNK and Sezzle SEZL. This one I told you was curling up. It went up $23 today, so I knew it would. It just they don't have options, so there's no. I wasn't playing it, but SEZL looking good, and that Sterling's going up, and that one's about to cross through. It's hitting the line. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's going to get crossed through right there and try to move. Just make sure it does. Good old STRL looking decent. And Rivian was setting up. It was up 51 cents, and that one's looking good. So there you go. Some Jolie's jams looking really good as well. And like I said, the market's looking good, and crypto's getting ready to rock and roll. So it's going to be great. And Symbotic is jumping up there, getting curled up after their earnings were down, and it is looking much better. So keep an eye on Symbotic SYM. So there you go, guys. I'd say that's a nice little list and going through. Let me look at the scanner. I'll look at that at the end. Let me look and see what you guys want to see real fast. Let me look at the messages, and we'll run through the SPY and everything else, and then we'll check out the scanner and the crypto and all that good stuff. So here we go. Let me just scroll down. I think Luis Rodriguez had a few. Yup. NLSP, we definitely got that one. Thank you, Stacy Moore. And let me take a look. Oh, yeah, next weekend. You're so right. Who wrote that? Brian? Oh, man, you're a genius, dude. You got it right there. Make one for Valentine's Day theme on Friday. You already know Cupid's in the. They already have a couple Cupid ones, but yeah, that's Cupid and all that shit's going to be running next weekend, so you can already bet your money on it. So there you go. Look for Cupid now and see. And again, there's 20,000 of the same, like all of them named Cupid. How do you know which one's going to get? It's the craziest shit, guys. That meme coins. But anyway, if you didn't hear the meme coin talk, just listen to the replay and listen to the first 45 minutes. And I definitely explain it all. At least I believe I explained it all. And if anybody's confused or has questions, please feel free to ask. And I'll definitely try to answer your questions for sure. But there you go, STRK. Let's see. That's that Microsoft thing we were looking at. It was up 310 today. It just started. And yeah, it is jumping up there. I did look at that today. Luis Rodriguez, because you mentioned it yesterday, and it was moving. This mist is about to get misty. Milestone Pharmaceuticals, they could hit some milestones up here at like 250s. It's at 223. It's looking pretty good right there. MIST and KULR. I know that's one we had looked at, pulled back, but it was trying to get set up. Let's look at it here. Oh yeah, it ran up today. It's looking great. Oh, I remember it was trying to get set back up last week. It just wasn't ready. Well, it was ready today, 208 to 265. It's at 252, and it is looking good, guys. KULR. I'd keep an eye on that tomorrow. That looks like it could be a momentum runner right there. And let's see what else. PDYN, that was setting up and running up today. I know that. And yeah, that crossed through and looked great. Remember, that had run up there pretty good. It was a software company and it ran up again. And it looks like it wants to run up some more tomorrow. Keep your eye on that. TTWO. Oh, let me Take Two Interactive. Oh yeah, we looked at this yesterday, and it did. Or yeah, yesterday during the daytime we looked at this, I believe, or last week. I know we looked at it recently. TTWO 211 to 215. It's at 211.80, and it did run up there. It looks good to run up in the top tomorrow, guys. Keep an eye on that for a momentum play. TTWO is looking really good for a momentum play as well. And let's see, Adobe. This one was looking decent today as well. It was up $18 and it wants to get cruising. So keep an eye on ADBE because that one wants to run. The 50's at 458. You're at 451 right now, but it is looking good for Adobe right there. ADBE. Oh, excuse me. And let's see, SMH. Let's see, SMH here. Van X Semiconductor. Oh yeah, semiconductors are getting hot, guys. So we've been following them all, and that is getting cruising right there. So you just know it's they're gonna get rocking and rolling. And MDB, MongoDB, that one's looking really good. You brought that up yesterday as well, and it is looking really good there. MDB, nice call on that one, Luis Rodriguez. So take a look at that MDB. It's called MongoDB. It went 280 to 288, and it's at 285 right now and looking good. So there you go with that bad boy. Nice ones right there. Good option plays all over. And let's see what's going on. And let's see. Um, yeah, we need to. Every time something's rigged, we got to relaunch our rigged coin. I agree. I think there's always a gimmick, and something's always rigged, guys. I'm telling you. That's why that coin ends up being like the perfect coin to have fun and trade, make some money. It's called rigged. The whole shit's rigged, but at least you know you guys can do it safely on that one. The rug's not getting pulled, and you guys can make some money, and you got to beat the bots. That's what it's all about. So you guys know the game. And yeah, that's basically how it works. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, you definitely have to do that. Yeah, Scott, I definitely made that thing yesterday, rigged, and then just kind of ran with it. Like it was kind of crazy. I think like the second play, it looked like something was rigged, and I forget what even happened, but I just went nuts and went on and started tweeting about it because I just like had it in my mind that it was gonna happen. So things happen for a reason, I guess, right? And honestly, I wasn't doing it to like really make anything. I really wanted to see how it worked and the experience and really what was behind it. And it was perfect. It worked out perfectly. So it did exactly that. I do wish I had gotten it to the 100,000 market cap. I wanted to, now I do want to see what happens when it does get through the bonding curve. So I think maybe Friday or whenever you guys decide you want to, let's do it again and we'll get it right up over 100,000. And then, like I said, you get it over 100,000 market cap, it'll make it more valuable for you guys. And again, just beat the bots, so you'll make a little bit more money, I think, as well. So I should have just taken it right up. I thought of it today, like I would have just put in them. I would have did a couple buy orders and probably sent it right through it. So I didn't even think of it. So yeah, I'll do it next time. So we'll get it up there, and you guys can trade that fun and smart and or fun and safe, and have fun with it. Like I said, so Holo, that's down 7 cents. It is trying to set up again, and it was looking pretty good to set up. It doesn't look bad, just a little bit of pullback today, and we'll see if today was the bottom. It could pull back a little bit more. It's at 140 down to 128. It's at 132, but it is getting set up there for whatever reason. It did have some pullback. I'm not sure why, but it does look like it's trying to get set up to run. So there you go, Alicia. I hope that helped out. And yeah, we can look at Holo in the morning. We look at that thing all the time, and I'll take a look at it for you and see exactly what it wants to do there. And let's see what else I missed here. XNET. Let's look at that one here. XNET. Oh, that one was run up there. I didn't even see that today. Where'd that pop out of? XNET. Yeah, I had no idea. I can't even say that one. It's definitely a China one. Ux. Here you go. If you guys want to laugh, Oxley. XUNLEI. I have no idea how to say that. 25 cents it's up, and it ran back up into the top. I probably wouldn't mess with it, to be honest with you, Shiki. But 298 to 331. It closed at 330. I would say, if anything, a momentum play early in the morning. Check it out. I mean, it could be a momentum play tomorrow, but I would more or less look at it early right there and make sure it's staying in the top. And MFH, whoa, this one's setting up. I know we used to look at this thing. It's a capital market, and you're right. Good call on that. Let's jot that down to keep an eye on MFH. It is pulling back a hair, but I like that setup coming up, so I'm going to keep an eye on that one. Shiki, I like that. How about Fubu, Joseph J? Let's look at that one right there. Fubu, let's look, or Fubo. It's I always say Fubu. Fubo TV, and I remember this one ran up big time for us right there back in the beginning of January. Let's see, Fubo. Here we go. It does look like it's pulling back at the moment. What it do? 397 to 408, and it closed at 381. And it does, like I said, pulling back. I'll see how far it wants to pull back right there, Joseph J. And we'll take a look at that. MU real quick. We'll look at that, and then I'm gonna actually we'll set off the big caps RD. You'll set them off with MU because we'll definitely get to that one. So let me know if you guys want to see anything else. Just post them up there, and we'll do the SPY, the big caps, crypto, and all that good stuff. So here we go, and I'll look at ETF 500, see where it's at, and everybody else. But ETF, the SPY, that one is up $4 today, and it was curling up off that MACD and looking good. So I could see it running up tomorrow some more, and it is looking nice. So that is your SPY right there, looking decent, I think, for tomorrow. Apple was up 2 cents, and again, it was just kind of pulled back, hitting that line. I think tomorrow might be the day that we can really tell. Cross down a little bit. Maybe Apple's going to pull back a little bit right here. I'll look at it in the morning at 7 a.m. like always, and we'll get a better idea for tomorrow. Amazon's about to shoot off, guys, so take a look at Amazon. It's curling up and looking pretty damn good right there, I must say. So keep your eye on Amazon and good old Google here, GOOG. That was up $1. Looks like it's still pulling back a little after that pullback it had. So we'll look at Google. It's not ready, I don't think, to get set up. It could have been its bottom on Friday, but it's still setting up there. And good old Meta. How about Zuck, guys? I told you, 717 up another $2 today, but definitely be careful. I think today might have been its top. It looks like it wants to come down some, and it might not even come crashing down, but it does have to pull back. So META, that is Meta, and it's been crazy, and we know it. Microsoft, that one's curling up. We were watching this yesterday, and it is getting set up after it got beat down. So keep your eye on MSFT because that's looking good right there for Microsoft. And let's take a look at NVIDIA because that was up good today. It did jump through that resistance and crawled through, which was nice. And it does look hot. So NVIDIA is going to run. And again, them semiconductors and the other ones look great. I was saying before I wasn't sure if they wanted to curl through, but the tariffs clearly didn't hurt anything today. I was wondering if it was going to set them back. And I guess it did not because these things were popping up there. So. Did he even announce any of the tariff stuff? I thought he was supposed to announce like 25% tariffs on aluminum and steel. I didn't even hear if he did it today. But anyway, no big deal. But yeah, NVIDIA was up and looking pretty good. And Tesla's been down, guys. I told you it was looking like it was coming down to that bottom. So down another $10 right there. and that was Tesla. And good old AMC was up 7 cents, and it just looks amazing, guys. So I'm telling you, this thing looks good to try to move, and it could be tomorrow. So keep your eye on AMC right there, because it is looking pretty. I can tell you that. And GameStop, GME, that was up 230. Now I was gonna say this one was crawling up as well, but I still think that AMC is looking hot right now. Keep your eye on GameStop. It is cruising up, but it has to get through that MACD line and really get moving. It did have a nice hard curl up though, so it could keep it and keep rolling. So keep an eye on both of them. And good old Chewy was up 60 cents as well. I don't think that one's exactly ready. And that Unity was down, but that will get set up, that letter U. And Netflix, let's see what that's doing here. That was up like $13 and it's like flying up there. So it looks like it wants to stay in the top, but it's well over $1,000, 1,027. So keep your eye on Netflix. It should run up some more tomorrow. And AVGO is up $10 today. And these things are looking strong to really run up there. So like I said, keep your eye on these semiconductors. MU looks good. I think it was RD, right? Yep, RD it was. And MU is looking hot. It does have some resistance at that 97.11 area, but I think it's going to cross through. They didn't look like they wanted to Friday, but again, you got to be careful over the weekends. That's why I say we look at them, and yeah, they just got really hot today, and it started curling up. So I would say they look decent right there. Good old MU and our semiconductors and TSM. That was up $1. That one's just maybe it tries to crawl up tomorrow. We'll look at it a little bit better. Let me see in the after hours. TSM. Yeah, it's getting set up. I don't know if it's crossing through tomorrow, but it is getting set up. And how about SMCI, guys? I told you it wanted to run. It was up another $6, but it's hitting that top. Be careful up here. Has that resistance at 45, and its earnings are tomorrow. So it's going to hit that top on them earnings and come down. So make sure you play it accordingly because we've seen it happen a million times now, and it's going to do it. You can see it already happening. And AMD's getting curled up finally after it took that dip, and it looks much better here. So AMD's probably going to get cruising right back up and get flying. So that's a good look for AMD. And let's see what QCOM that was up today, and it looks like it's trying to curl back up. Remember, it was running up there, came back a little, and now it's looking pretty good again. So we'll look at that in the morning just to make sure because it already ran up. Intel setting back up. It was up a little bit. It's still setting up there, but it was looking pretty good today. PayPal was up. It had dipped. Remember, watch PayPal. It's coming off that bottom right there, and it's looking really good. So PayPal's an opportunity. Took a nice dip down to 78. It's been trading in the 90s lately, so keep an eye on that, and it's going to get run up there for PayPal. And how about snow? This thing wants to have a blizzard soon. It was up another $2, and I'm telling you, let it pull back just a hair if it does. It's getting set up, but it is going to be really good right there. And Dell was up like $5 and looking much better finally. That thing's been beat down, and it should get running some more tomorrow. So there's Dell running up. And PLTR was popped up another $5 to 116 and running in the top. So that thing's just a monster. And Sophie wants to pop up too. So keep an eye on that to run up. Good old Maris getting set up, guys. I'm telling you, Mara and Riot, both of them are looking good to get set up. And crypto is something crazy's going on. I'm telling you guys, MicroStrategy was up $7 and it's about to get cruising. So it looks like it wants to get popping, and I don't doubt it. And that CLSK ran up last week, pulled back just to set up some more. So nothing crazy there. Coinbase was up another $5. It's back to 280, and it's curling up and looking pretty decent. So Coinbase looking much better right there. And good old DJT, that one was, well, it was down today, I thought. Let me look. It says it was up a little bit flat. It's trying to get set up, though, finally, DJT. So I would keep an eye on that as well. And like I said, the market's getting set up to get cruising, guys. Funware, keep an eye on this, guys. It's getting really set up here. So that looks really good. And our MTN Let's see what Val Resorts was doing. It was down $1.81 while everything else wanted to move. It couldn't cross through. I looked at it today and went, why didn't that cross through? So I'm not sure why, but maybe tomorrow once it get popping. Who knows with this mountain one. And that's MTN and MCD McDonald's. Remember, I told you it was looking great on their earnings as well. And that was today, and it popped up there $14. So we were looking at it. I said it yesterday. I said, it looks good. I wouldn't play it on the earnings, but it does look really good. And bam, there you go. McDonald's popped up. Boeing, that thing's set up, pulled back a little bit, but it's about to get cruising up even more. And space has been a disaster, and it is. It just keeps pulling back there. Maybe it's going to get set up, but I don't know about that. IBM, that one pulled back, but it shot way up. It had to come out of the top, and pull back. And good old Disney's down $1.58 and getting set back up. So we'll watch Disney get set back up. Oxy was up $1.60. Remember, we were talking about these gas ones are good, looking good again. ExxonMobil was up like $2, looking great to run up. So keep your eye on Oxy and ExxonMobil. And Nike was looking much better. And that thing wants to start cruising back up again. And DXY is looking much better. So everything looking pretty decent tonight and from today. And they should get moving there for tomorrow. Let's look at our crypto real quick and see what's going on. Let me see what my crypto cube is telling me here. My stock cube. Bitcoin is at 97,628. Solana's at 201. Ethereum's at 267, or 2674, I mean. And Ripple's at 243 right there. And let's see what Cardano's doing. It's coming up right now, scrolling through like I'm on Wall Street right here. It's at almost 75 cents Cardano. So let's take a look and see what these bad boys are doing. I'm telling you, I love my crypto cube. It's awesome. And let's jump in and see what these charts look like for tonight and to tomorrow. Here we go. Bitcoin looking decent. I'm telling you guys, when I tell you these things are ready to get cruising, do something wild, it's about to happen. It's about to happen, guys. So if you're not involved yet, I don't even really need to go through them. I already know. Bitcoin looks amazing. Solana's just getting right there. Where's it at? 200, 201. And yeah, it's just trying to build up, get curled up. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm telling you, when I tell you you want to be in these things, they're about to get wild. I don't know what the hell they haven't planned, but they are going to get nutty for whatever reason. Ripple's getting ready to do it. Cardano's probably going to get ready to do it here. Let me look. Um, yeah, Cardano's about to get ripping, guys. Even Doge, let's look at it. We haven't looked at it in a few days. And even Doge looks like it wants to get ripping. So I'm telling you guys, a lot of these things want to get ripping. They're looking really, really good for crypto. Honestly, unbelievably great, to be honest with you. So I've been saying it for a few days. Something's going on. I have no idea what it is, but crypto is looking really, really good here, and it wants to move. Let me see where the ETF, and you're going to start seeing money pour right in they've been down. So once you see that money start pouring in, guys, that's when you're going to start seeing like the ETF 500 really get cruising again. It looks like it basically bottomed out. Let's see. Yeah, it's down here at that like 0.007. It's pretty much bottomed out right there. And as crypto starts curling up in the next day, I'm telling you, they're going to get moving and the money will start pouring in. And again, what happened, and I explained it earlier, but again, I really believe you've seen so many people just swapping their coins, their ETF 500, and jumping in the Jow stool and all this other stuff. And there's Jow Tua and Jow everybody. It was the Jow weekend there. And yeah, so you just seen people jumping in and now they're jumping back, but they're getting less coins now. A, they had you had to pay fees, and B, they probably lost money. So between the two of them, or lost coins in the transaction between, losing coins jumping into another one and it going down and then transferring back over. they're probably down coins. So you're probably seeing, you had all these coins in there. They got pulled out to trade, and people had their intentions to put them back in, but now they're putting less in. So they didn't have that intention. Everyone had intentions to buy more. That's what everyone thinks. Oh, I'm gonna swap this real quick, and then I'll sell it and and then I'll be able to buy more ETF 500. And yeah, it's a great idea. Except these things are getting crazy with these bots, and you can't control when it's like just chaos like that. And that's why, again, you guys can have fun with the rigged coin, because as long as we don't get it on a major exchange or anything real crazy, you guys can have a blast with it. And it runs up. There's nothing that you're doing illegal. You're just trading the freaking coin up and down. That's all you're doing. Again, you got to beat the bots. So that's what you have to do, is get them up there and get out, trade it out. But that's exactly how it's working. And you're just trying to trade against bots. And then all these bots will just keep trading. And I guarantee if people start doing it like that, they may change these formulas and these algorithms. I don't get what they're doing, but they have obviously figured something out to suck money like a vacuum cleaner. So it's wild, guys. And I did want to look at the Ethereum chart, though. I think I skipped it, didn't I? Ethereum. Let me look at it real quick, because that one had a nice gap there, but it was coming down. And yeah, that one's about to curl up and get wild. I'm telling you, all these bad boys are looking great. Even chain links right there looking good. And the next day or so, you're gonna see these things start like really getting hot. So just just keep your eye on crypto, guys. It's looking good. And that's, yeah, I would say it looks amazing getting set up right there. Let's take a look at the scanners and see what's going on. We probably already looked at everything. CYN, MGOL, OCEA, BHAT, BNAI, that one's running up a little bit. NVIDIA and PLTR, Tilray, that one's, let me look at Tilray brands and see what they're up to. It was trying to get set up. It's just pulling back, but I bet Tilray gets set up to run up a little bit right there. So we'll keep an eye on that. And what's that? Charge point, that's down. We'll look at that one. And that Ford's been beat down. It's going to get set up. It's taking a while. Same with Plug. That's been down and it's getting set up. Oh, I know which ones I do want to look at real quick. I'll look at all the quantum ones real fast. Let me see if there's anything else going on over here. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. PNBK, that one actually ran up already. And that MNTS, guys, keep an eye on that bad boy. That's about to be a runner right there. You want to know what's going to be a next big runner? MNTS, that's looking really good. It ran up today. What it do today? It ran up like 67 cents. Just keep an eye on it. Watch for any dips. Friday was its bottom at 360, and it ran today 469 to 635. It's at 438. And just keep an eye on that bad boy, MNTS. That is looking good. That momentous one. It had recently split, and it is looking good to try to run up. So we'll watch that one for sure. MNTS. I like that. What I just do? Oh, I clicked on it. Let's see. OCEA, PFIG. That one's trying to curl up. I'm not. That's a ETF one, and that DOMH we looked at. So couple right there. What's this? PLYA, Playa Hotels. Looks like it wants to run up a little tomorrow morning. Could be a momentum play right there. And there you go with them bad boys. So yeah, that's that. Let me see. Good night, Stacy. And you have a good night. We'll catch you in the morning. And thank you for hanging out with us. That's for sure. And yeah, let's look and see if what's going on with the news and in stock twits land real quick. Let me see. Gold soars and stocks sanguine as investors weigh Trump's latest tariff threat. So I guess he didn't really say anything today. I didn't see anything. Stock futures inch lower as investors look ahead to key inflation's readings due this week. So we have that going on. And U.S. futures fall, dollar rallies in sign of caution. Is Nvidia stock a buy ahead of earnings? And Trump orders 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum in evolving trade war. So yeah, I know he was supposed to say something today. I'm not sure if he did. So that was all that good stuff. And let's see what's going on the stock twits world over here. Let's see what's trending real quick. RSMCI, CLFF, isn't that Cliff something? Oh, Cleveland Cliffs, that's it. We looked at this before. It's a steel company, that's right. And it is up. So, yeah, we could probably look at all the steel companies and I bet they'll be looking good. Oh, yeah, I was going to look at the other ones too. I'll take a look at them real quick before I forget again. I knew I was going to do something. I forgot what it was. RGTI. Let's see that one. These quantum ones. That one's pulling back a hair. QUBT pulled back just to set up. And remember, I was saying I wasn't so sure if they were ready yet. And I was looking at them today. They didn't look like they were completely ready. QBT took a nice dip, but it's right there. I mean, it's sitting on a line. QBTS, that quantum D wave. That's looking a little better. I think that one might try to move. QMCO, that has earnings coming up right there. When is that? Tomorrow, the next day, in 2 days, the 12th. So that one looks like it's trying to curl up right there. QTUM is the Quantum Defiance. That's the ETF if I can type it in. And it is looking it bounced. Yeah, see that one hit the MAC. It didn't even hit it. It bounced down like we thought it would. But I don't think they're going to stay down for long. These bad boys, so they could get rolling real quick. And IONQ is up 50 cents, and that one is trying to get curled up and make a hard curl. So keep an eye on that one as well. And that's your quantum and computer hardware. As we looked at that, that GLD, that's a gold one, and that's obviously way up at its like high all-time highs. Um, what's shop is SHOP Shopify probably. S if I could type that in. Holy cow, where's the P? Shopify, yeah. They have earnings coming up tomorrow, and honestly, it looks good to pop up there, but I wouldn't play it, obviously. But that looks good. A Lab, not E Lab, but A Lab, ALAB, Asteria Labs, and that one looks really good. They had earnings today. Yeah, it looks really good to try to curl up there. Keep an eye on A Lab right there, and it's not E Lab, it's A Lab. And let's see, FLNC. I don't know what that is. What's FLNC? Fluence Energy, and they had earnings, it looks like today, and they're red, but it looks like it wants to pop. So keep an eye on that FLNC. We'll see if it wants to run. Let me see if it did anything else in the after hours. FLNC here. Hold on. FLNC. Oh yeah, it might have dipped hard. I wasn't looking at the after hours until I noticed it was red. It did 12.95 down to like 7.60. It's 8.36. So that one's a big dipper right there. And so is IOVA. That one took a nice dip as well. So we'll keep an eye on that one for that bottom. And Cardano's up 10%, looking good. McDonald's and Archer we looked at. So there you go. I think we saw everything right there. And boom, yeah, I would say that's a good one right there. I think we got everything, and I'll check and see. But yeah, we'll be on at 7 a.m. You guys know that for our pre-market, and we'll do our Jolie's jumpers, our laptop lowdowns, our crypto. We'll see what our ETF 500 looks like, and the rest of crypto. I'm telling you, it's about to get wild, guys, and we'll see what's going to be popping. We have one heck of a list here that looks great, a lot of great setups, and the market's looking good, and crypto's looking crazy. So there you go, and I hope you guys enjoyed my little meme talk. Let me know what you guys thought about that, and what you guys think about just trading on the rigged coin. And like I said, you guys can have a field day with it, and it's totally safe. So that's an opportunity for you guys as well. So you get the itch on the weekends when the things start getting crazy, because you know Cupid's going to be this weekend, and all these other ones are going to be running up, and they're going to be impossible to trade. We know why now. And they are going to go down. We know why now. And so you guys can pump them up and get rigged up there, and then like I said, sell it before the bots. Just beat the bots out, and you guys will be money. And I know a bunch of you did, because the Super Bowl was on, so it started running up, and it did run up. Like I said, it went from $103 to $96,000 market cap. It was crazy, and And yeah, it was a lot of fun just watching that and you guys posted and making money because a bunch of yous were, and it was exciting. So now you guys know the game plan and how to execute it. So just go in and execute it. But you got to be careful with all these other coins because you just don't know what the hell's going on with any of them. And again, then you're also battling bots. So at least my coin, you're just battling some bots and you know how to beat them. With the other coins, you're not only battling the bots, you don't know who holds it. That's why ETF 500 is another winner, and it's really big. It has a big market cap. It's up in the millions already. And like I say, Zach has done it twice. He did it with the biggest coin, and he's not pulling the rug. He hasn't sold anything. None of his buddies are set. They all know where it's going, guys. Why would they be selling it now when they could have sold? They could have pulled the rug at 4.5 cents when it got up there, and he could have made crazy good money. I understand it too. And just like I'm saying, I wouldn't pull the rug for certain reasons. You don't want to screw people for one, but it's just like the game. Why would you even want? It's not even. There'd be no point in even doing it. Like it wouldn't matter for him. So he knows he can scale out a little bit. He owns so much of it, and he'll probably own it for the rest of his life. I'll probably own freaking rigged, and that's why you guys don't really want to be going and making a bunch of coins because you're gonna put a couple dollars in it and then you're probably going to go down because somehow these bots like suck it out like a vacuum. It's crazy, guys. I'm telling you, I don't even understand their formula, but something's going on there. And so there, you guys can just sit there and play the rigged coin whenever you want. Just literally, like, we'll get on together and have field day with it because that's all people are doing right now, except they're all just getting the rugs pulled on them because nobody knows what the hell's going on with any of these coins. So yeah, we get it up over 100,000 market cap, and then they burn it gets it does the bonding curve. 17,000 of the coin gets burned, so now it's worth a little bit more. And I'm not selling it, so you guys can have a field day, trade with it, make a couple bucks, and then again invest it right in the ETF 500, which is going to be your life changer because that's going to be your ticket. Because again, Zach's done it twice. He knows these. I think he might know the meme coins better than anybody. He knows what he's talking about. He kind of explained it on the show. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. He might not have went into much detail either, but I don't think any of us would have had a real good idea of what he was talking about, but he's already seen the back end. He knows what it does. He knows exactly how it operates, how it works. That's why I wanted to do it. I was curious, and you guys know, and I want to figure something out. I just kind of jump into something and do it. And like I said, after my brain injury, nothing really holds me back at this point. I just go, screw it. What the hell am I going to lose? Like $100? Let's roll with it. And so yeah, it was a great experiment, and I got to figure out what the hell was going on. So yeah, you're trying to battle bots, so don't try to battle bots because you won't beat them. Like I tell you, my buddy spent a fortune though last weekend battling bots. We were dying laughing. Luckily, we could laugh about it. Today, and he's even down because obviously the coins pulled back, and yeah, we still had a good laugh about it. And I was like, listen, I strongly believe in the coin even more now than I did even before because of just seeing how this works and what goes on. So I think that should try to help you guys understand the meme coins, what's going on. And I kind of understand, Zach's angle at it. Nonstop promotions, guys. He did. He built a big community, and that's all this is. He explained it on the show. I didn't really quite. I mean, you get it. Oh, it's the community. I get it now. If your community holds strong, the thing just keeps going up, and everybody can make money. But once people start freaking fucking with that thing and screwing around, it's very volatile. That's what these meme coins are. So if you get the big cat start screwing with it, it's gonna really wipe out people quick. And again, the big guy doesn't necessarily have to sell them all. He can just skim a couple here and there as it's moving up with everybody else, and it really won't fluctuate things that much. And they put a couple bucks in their pocket and they're happy. But you do that as they get way up there if you want, if that's your goal. And obviously that's Zach's goal. He has a vision, and he took Fartcoin to over $2, $3, I think. So yeah, and he's all started out at like nothing. And So yeah, I'm telling you, and that's a life changer. Like I tell you, I see these kids that have retired their parents and shit. It's crazy off that thing, off Fartcoin. And I'm telling you, he's going to do it with ETF 500, and people will realize that you can't trade these things. I think a lot of people just realize it today after the Joustal one and all the money Portnoy's just poured into that thing, and it's gone. And again, somehow these bots haven't figured out these algorithms where they can suck that money out. I don't get it how they're doing it, but they got it figured out, guys. I promise you, they always do figure it out with these things. So there you go. I would say that's a good market review and crypto meme review right there. Markets are looking good. Crypto's looking great. And I think we're going to be cruising and getting into a good period here. I think we're finally getting into that period that we were looking at. Like, yeah, things are going to run for a few months and then you're going to see some pullback. Here was some pullback. We're at the bottoms. I think we're going to see some major running. And then, yeah, as they're cutting all these things out, you're going to see some pullback. But we're going to play it appropriately, and we'll make sure we're out for a week or so, and we can catch the puts on the way down. And that's how you really make bank. So we're going to catch everything, every which way, every opportunity. You guys know that. That's what we always do. And again, we follow the trends and follow the money and see how you do it. And it's exactly what we've done here. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Always appreciate it. And Laptop Travel, thank you for your list. Scott, Humi Hunt, Jay Kratz, Luis Rodriguez, RDB Bong Pri Chan, and serial winner, and Shaky, and Patrick, Alicia, and there's a bunch of people on listening to the memes, and I appreciate everybody hanging out. I know it got late, and I probably said the same thing 10 times on the meme talk, but I apologize, and I just wanted to make sure it's clear and everybody got it, and I was just throwing out some examples as I was going along there. So there you go, guys. Any questions, you guys know, feel free to hit me up, send a DM. I respond to everybody, and there you go. So I will catch everybody at 7 a.m. for our pre-market. So have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Have a good night.